think that's it.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Chef AJ Live. I'm your host, Chef AJ, and this is where I introduce you to amazing people like you who are doing great things in the world that I think you should know about. Well, if you know me, I have been vegan for over 45 years, and that means that I don't just not eat animals, I don't wear them either. And so it's really hard sometimes, or at least it's been hard, to get really wonderful, beautiful shoes that are vegan, but that are also comfortable. And today I'm going to talk to you and show you the footwear that I wear, that I've been wearing for at least 10 years, that I get so many compliments on, to the degree that when I go speak on cruise ships or at spas like Rancho La Puerta, and I wear these boots, people run up to me and I think like, I'm a big deal, Chef AJ. They're like, can I take your picture? I'm like, yeah. And they put the camera down and take a picture of my feet. And I'm not making that up. This has happened multiple times. These are the most beautiful, you've got to agree. I mean, they're the most beautiful boots that you've ever seen. And the thing that's so cool about them is that they're like snowflakes. You can go on the website. I put a link to it right below this video in the show notes, and you'll see that no two pair are alike. I found out about this company, I think it was over 10 years ago. I was presenting at the Portland Veg Fest, and Deb, the demo coordinator, had a pair on, and it was like, I'm like, can I buy these? I want these. I want these. Can I buy these from you? She told me about them, and I bought a pair, and then I bought another pair, and I would buy a million pairs if I could, because they're just so beautiful. But as much as they are beautiful, they really are comfortable. They feel like you're wearing slippers. And I'm so happy today that the lady that makes these, Natalia, has agreed to be on the show and generously offered a 20% discount to those of you watching. Please welcome, from Kuna Prints, Natalia, also known as Mama Shaman. It's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too. Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody.
Well, thank you, first of all, for being vegan. And also thank you for creating not just a beautiful and comfortable product, but just like, I mean, it's so unique. I have not seen anything like this in the world before.
Yes, it's amazing. I mean, all the credit should be given to the Kuna Indians because the textiles are called molas. And these are the textiles that they make. It's all handmade. Let me see if I can get it a little bit closer. All handcrafted. And this is actually the clothing that they wear. Is their tribal clothing. So they make two of them. They wear one in the front of the shirt and another one on the back. So when I buy them from them, I get two, and that's how I put them in the shoes, one on the right, one on the left. And they're amazing. They're just incredible. So they really are the ones who should take all the credit for this beauty.
So do you actually go down to Colombia and buy these?
Yeah. I've actually have a contact now. Like in 2008, when I first started, I went to the San Blas Islands and met the Kunas, and we created a system so that now it's really easy. Like they just give the molas to the sailors, and the sailors bring them to Colombia, and then I have the people make the shoes in Colombia. So it's all been, it's a whole system that has worked itself out through the years. You know, I don't have to go there anymore to get them. Yeah.
I was telling you right before we logged on that I used to live in Los Angeles, and I used to go to a doctor that knew about this, I'm going to call it art because it is art. Yes. And he would have the prints like beautifully framed on his wall. And it was like, I'd come in with my boots, and it was just like amazing. And as beautiful as the work is, you know, you're the one that had the idea to make them into footwear.
Right. In Colombia, we put them on everything. So I'm from Colombia, and I grew up with these textiles on everything, on clothing, on shoes, on bags, and everything. But the idea that I had was to make them vegan because I did not want to wear, like you, like yourself, leather. So I started designing my own shoes, and I went to Colombia and found artisans that made the shoes, and just wanted to work with them, and people that were willing to work with me and use textiles that were natural. And also made, we created the soles that are made out of rice husks, so they're biodegradable. So I wanted to really make a product that would be eco-friendly, good to the earth, good for the people that wear them, and is really like sunshine for your feet, because every one of them is one of a kind. No two are the same because they're handcrafted, and yeah, super unique.
Absolutely. Wow. How long have you been doing this? Because I believe I found out about you about 10 years ago now.
I started in 2008.
Wow. So there could have been 5 more years I could have been wearing your shoes.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. And you make more than boots. I just happen to
Yes.
love the boots because they're so comfortable. You make shoes, you make, tell us a lot. Well, you know what? Before we even get into your products, I want to know a little bit about you because I would have still having you on the show, even if you weren't vegan. But the fact that you are makes me want to support you even more because I love to support not just the vegan businesses, but the people that are vegan. So tell me about your vegan journey.
Well, I come from a country where there is a lot of meat, and we consume a lot of meat. And when I was little, I was always very reluctant to eat meat and had a really, really hard time. So from the time I was 18, I started to just reject completely eating any meat, and started on that journey of learning how healthy it is for you to eat vegetarian diet. And because I was already an adult, I could just, eat the foods that I wanted. It wasn't like it was forced onto me. So it was a lot easier to become vegetarian. And I just really don't, I don't like meat. Not only that, but it's just the health benefits are amazing. So I feel really good. And I actually became vegan in 2017. So that's been also a really beautiful journey. It wasn't that difficult. Like going from vegan from vegetarian to vegan is so easy because you just, it's just like no problem.
Well, that is fantastic. And you live in San Francisco, right?
Yes, I live now in Pleasanton.
Oh, Pleasanton, I know where that is. But the thing that's nice is it's very vegan friendly in the Bay Area.
Yes, yes, it's super easy. There's just lots and lots to choose from for sure.
So, like, do you actually have like a store, or how does it work?
No, I did have a boutique back in 2012 in the close to the beach here in San Francisco, but that only lasted for a year, and I only do shows. So I have the website, and I go to shows all over the country, but mostly now is mostly on the website.
Wow. And so tell us about your different products. What's the most popular, and
The
how
most
how long does it
popular
take you to
shoes
make
I
a pair of shoes, for example?
So yeah, I have a huge range. We have Mary Janes, ballerinas, lace ups, little booties, boots, everything. I mean, I've designed a lot of different things that I really love. These are some booties, which are called the Skywalkers, and I like to call them Skywalkers because they really are like super soft. They're like walking on clouds. So these are it, and these are the biodegradable soles. In all of them, what is amazing about the shoes is that no matter, like if you have the same style, this textile will always be unique to you. Nobody else would have it. So I don't know if you can tell, but this one has some eagles in it. It's like a beautiful eagle. And then on the side too.
I love the way when you design these, how like, even though there's no two the same, it's like
Yes,
you make it symmetrical. You know what I mean?
yes, yes,
Like,
yes, yes.
even though that it might not be, and then the other side has a different
Yes.
look.
Yep. Yeah. It's
I mean,
just,
it's just, I could just look at these all day.
yeah, they're amazing. And we do try very hard to match the left and the right side. The colors are always going to be unique because they do reverse the colors. So even though it has the same um, design, they reverse the colors. So your left and your right shoe will be a little bit different, but it still matches really nicely.
Who is your typical customer? I mean, is it mostly females? Is it people of a
It's
certain
mostly
age?
females. Yeah, it's mostly females. And I have a lot of people that are crafty and artsy really appreciate this because they really understand, how difficult and how hard it is to make this. It's all hand sewn. I can show you the back of a mola, and you can actually see the hand stitch that goes on. So every little thing, there is no machine has touched this. This is all handmade, and it's made with a technique called reverse applique technique, which is several layers of cloth put on top of each other. They cut it, they fold it, and they do a hidden stitch. So from the front, you can't see the stitch, but it's all hidden. It's really, really beautiful.
When you go to Colombia, do you wear your own products?
Yes, always. People stop me everywhere, no matter where I go in the world. They're like, "What?" It's like you know what it's like because it's just impossible not to break the ice wherever you are. People want to talk to you and want to know about the shoes.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll be honest. I must have sold a lot of pairs unknowingly for you. I mean, I didn't know you, but I mean, well, because people would say, and I would say, your website, and I'm sure people bought because they're so unique. I think is how long does it take you, for example, to make a pair of boots?
The actual making of the shoes is not what takes a while. What takes a while is for the Kuna Indians to make the textiles. The shoes
Oh,
themselves, because they're an assembly line, it's kind of hard to say how long it takes because we're making hundreds at a time. We're not making just one. So yeah, it's the textile that takes a while. This is what you're really paying for is the material.
Right.
the work. And
Exactly. Of course. And everybody's saying beautiful products. I can see that this footwear will get a lot of attention. Here's a question. Do you offer any wide width for men or women?
I do. So some of the styles like the clogs or the mules, those are wider. Some of the lace ups are also wider. Some of the boots that are like the hiker boots, they also have wider soles.
Thank you. And here's another question from Gina. How long will the biodegradable soles last? Well, I can tell you that I had my pair for like about 10 years. So
it's going to take a while, but it's definitely not toxic to the earth, and they won't disintegrate on you. Because that's a question, and thank you for asking that, because a lot of people think, oh my God, they're going to biodegrade in 3 years. Like, no, it's not like that, but it's not going to make a huge footprint. Like, it's not going to stay in the earth for 500 years. It will biodegrade, but it will last you, I can guarantee you, at least 10 years.
Yeah, well, I can say that I've had mine 10 years, you know, and I was telling you before, I had another pair, and then somebody really wanted them so bad, and I did give them to her. And I had that pair for a really long time too, and I actually got them resold. Yeah, it was not a problem. Not a problem at all. So when you say you do shows, like, where are your shows? If like, do you have like a website that people can find you in
Well,
person?
I don't have anything planned at the moment, but usually I've done craft shows or quilt shows, holiday fairs. But at the moment, I really have not planned anything out this year, so I can't really. But I would post it in social media, either on the Instagram page or the Facebook page. That's what it would be.
Right. Well, I've posted the link to your Instagram and your Facebook as well. And I didn't know you followed me. So thank you. And so I just started following you. So that is fantastic.
And here's purses too. So we have purses, we have backpacks, all kinds of different, this is really cute.
Yeah,
if you can
like
tell,
it's
like
beautiful.
Yeah, so there in the website you can find like different links for the shoes, the bags, accessories, there's belts, and let me show you this one. I love this. It's a purse too. The textile is so beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Gina says, how hot do they get the soles in high summer heat? I don't know. I lived in the desert for 3 years and they didn't seem hot.
I've never felt them to be hot, no. And they're breathable because the material that they're made with is cotton. So they're definitely breathable.
That's a cute pair. Keep showing stuff. Keep showing us stuff, but remember, you have to talk for.
I love this tic-tac-toe looking thing. It's so cute. Yeah.
So what is your most popular product? Is it a shoe, a boot, a shirt,
yes,
a belt?
The Mary Janes, amazingly enough. When I first started the business, I thought, Mary Janes, like, it's not something that I really wear that much, but women absolutely love Mary Janes. And I remember the first show that I did, I'm not even kidding, like 100 pairs of Mary Janes, and they sold out. People were lining up and they're like, where are the Mary Janes? I'm like, I'm out. Like, I didn't realize that Mary Janes are that popular, but yeah, so that's a huge.
That's interesting, because for me, I go for the boots. TS says, are they made of cotton? And what if the shoes or the backpack gets wet?
Okay, yes, they're made out of cotton, but it won't run. They can totally get wet. You can wash them with soap and water and just air dry. I just wouldn't put them in the dryer because we don't want shrinkage to happen. The shoes, you can wash them also, like put them in a bag and put them in the wash if you like, but just air dry. So nothing happens. They can get wet. You can also put like a water protective thing if you like, just so that it propels water, but really nothing happens to them. They just get wet.
I've never had to, like I said, luckily I've never stepped in anything, but I've never had to wash them. And
look amazing, because you've had them for a while, and usually mine I'll wash, but yours look really good.
Yeah, you can tell that I've worn them because you can see, some of the tread is missing, but I've never had to wash them.
Yeah, and I remember that sole is a thinner sole than the ones I have here. Like, these are more of a hiker. I don't know if you can see here because I have some sun going on, but yeah, some of them have really thicker threads.
Yeah. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah. Well, I want mine to last. Melissa says, if you order them and they don't fit, can you exchange them for a different pair?
Absolutely. I won't rest until you're satisfied. Like, you just call me. I have my phone there, or you can email me and we'll just exchange them. Absolutely. And if for some reason you're not happy, you can get a full refund. It's not a problem.
Wow. Are they flexible? Well, I mean,
they are.
Yeah. Look, Gina, see these, look. Yeah.
They're very flexible. They're very comfortable. And everybody tells me like how comfortable they
No,
are.
they are comfortable. That's the main thing is like, I can wear them and they just, it feels like wearing slippers. You know, that's what it feels like to me.
A little pump. Yeah, it's like little leaves here. So cute.
That is so cute. I bet you have a lot of repeat customers like me.
I do. I do. It's really, really good. Let me show you some molars because they're so amazing. This one is, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like an eagle with some sort of animal. Let me see. This is manta rays for the manta ray lovers. I'm one of them, if you can tell here.
Did they ever do a dog?
They do. They do. I have seen dogs. And then I love spiders. Here's this spider and it has the whole web and everything. It's
You love
unbelievable when you
spiders?
see.
I am not a, I don't love spiders. Not real ones anyway.
The moon. I think this is yeah. No, I said upside down. It's upside down. Yeah. So yeah, these are pretty amazing. I'm amazed at all the art that goes into this because there is so much detail. There's also embroidery in some of them. So if you really look close, you can actually see that all of these little lines have been embroidered. So imagine how much work goes into each of these. So you're wearing art in your, in your shoes. This is beautiful. I love this one.
I mean,
a little angel.
Who are the people that make these and how do they learn? How old are they? And
all ages. It's unbelievable because you will see a lady who is older, who barely can see. She's not even looking. You're sitting down talking to her and they feel the fabric. They've gotten to a point where their senses are so heightened in their hands that they'll do it not even looking. They can actually feel the distance between the one cloth and the next cloth. And look at how accurate these lines are. I don't even think with a machine I could get this accurate. And these women just sit there and talk to you, and they're doing the hidden stitch, not even looking, and they're teaching their little daughters, like all ages, they're all do it. This is a cultural pass down from generation to generation, and they do their own clothing. And you can see the schoolgirls, they make their uniform and they have their shirts like matching the uniform or the school, and they will make their own molas. It's like the sweetest, and there's a little 9-year-olds, they make their own molas and they're really proud to wear the stuff they made. It's unbelievable.
that is incredible. Gina says, can they be customized, the fabric?
No, I've actually definitely wouldn't want to do that because it's such a long process, and I would then have to communicate with them in the islands and talk to them and ask them what to do. It would just be incredibly complicated.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is just to go on the website, fall in love with something on your size, because I also get that people
I'm
go to
in love
other
with
sizes.
everything. I'm in love with everything. That's the problem. It's like, oh my God, there's some on there today that were just spectacular. And a lot of times you'll go and it's like, it's only one because
only one.
there is only one of it.
Yeah. Yes. And that's the thing is that sometimes if you go to a different size, people will ask me, can you get this in my size? And no, because they're one of a kind. No two are the same. So that, always consider that in the price, because a lot of people are wondering, why does it cost what it costs? And when you realize that this is something nobody else would have, that's what's, precious.
Absolutely.
And it's super durable.
Renee says, I'm a size 8.5. Should I get an 8 or a 9? I would always air
9.
up.
Always go up. Go for 9.
You could always
especially
wear a
with
sock.
boots too. You want to have a little more room. Yeah. So I would go up.
Nice. So there, when you go to Colombia, that's not is it vegan friendly at all?
Colombia, they do have a lot of vegan restaurants, but it's not, it's not as big as it is here, but it's definitely growing.
Yeah. Nice.
And I always find something, wherever I go, I always, because usually I like a lot of raw things. So I just go for a raw salad, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Your necklace is beautiful too. You seem to have a really great sense of style.
Thank you so much.
Are you an artist? Like, I mean, you are an artist, but do you have other mediums that you work with?
I do like painting and drawing. And I like to play guitar and sing. And actually, I studied Chinese medicine. That's actually what I studied in school. I studied traditional Chinese medicine. So I would say my most precious gift to the world is healing, just to be able to help people. And I love channeling love and light. So that is one of I think that's why probably the products do so well, is also because I put so much beautiful energy into everything I do. And just knowing that I'm doing something with this business that is also good for the earth makes me feel super, super happy.
Yeah. Well, just looking at beauty like this is very healing, if you ask me.
It is. It is.
You
It's
know?
sunshine for your feet.
So they'd like to see some of your items again, and just know that because this is Zoom, you have to talk while you're holding them, or it will show me instead.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry. So these are like the little low tops. You can actually go to the website, and I actually have like a button where you can zoom in and actually see the detail very, very close to every style. Oh, these are the other booties. These are kind of like a cowgirl booty. They're really cute. And they have a zipper, so it's easy on and off. And also, again, very soft, very comfortable. And there's no leather. And here's the sun. It's kind of weird with the sun is making it. Let me see. Is that better?
Great.
A little lion face in this one. And we have the little palms. Oh my goodness, the sun is making it really difficult. There you go. That's better. And
Exquisite. And that's what people are saying. Like, Renee, your products are beautiful. Exquisite. A great word, Renee. Thank you.
Thank you. And here's a little bag. These
Hey,
are,
that's astrology.
it looks like little crabs, right?
Yeah, it looks like that. Like somebody that's a Cancer should get that.
Yes, very cute.
And there's a fish for a Pisces. Yeah.
Yeah, fish and crabs. And then, so this one has a little zipper on the top. That one. Let me see what else I can show you.
I love color so much. All the art at my house is like that. Have you ever heard of Talavera from Mexico?
Yes, I do have some of their pots. I love
all I have
gardening
here.
too.
It's like I think that's why I love this so much, because it reminds me of Talavera.
It is very much like that. It's kind of, I have several pots of Talavera. They're just beautiful, so colorful and
So who's Mama Shaman?
So Mama Shaman is the name I gave my company because when I first got pregnant with my son, I had a vision. I went to a sacred circle, and the shaman said to me, "What did you see?" And I didn't know I was pregnant. And I saw myself pregnant with the earth. It was like the earth was in my belly. So I told him, I'm like, I see myself pregnant with the earth. And he was like, "What do you think that means?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm very earthy. I don't know." He's like, okay. He blew tobacco in my face and said, "Okay, what do you see again?" And I was like, "I really see myself sitting like crisscrossed, meditating, and I see me very pregnant with the earth." And he just kept laughing. And that's how I found out I was pregnant with my first son. And that I feel, because I'm a healer and I do Chinese medicine and energy healing. And when I became a mother, it was all like, I knew that becoming a mother and having that unconditional love made me who I am today. So it was like a mama, I became a mom and a shaman and a healer. So Mama Shaman is what I called my company.
Nice, nice. I do Reiki by any chance?
Yes, I have studied Reiki, and what I do is very similar to that. It's pretty much, I honestly feel that I was born with it because I've been doing it since I was very little. It's all something that is very instinctual. And when I studied Chinese medicine, this happened to me. I was as we were learning to put the needles. Sometimes I wouldn't even put the needle on my friends, and they were like, I feel it already," and I would be like, "Turn around. The needle is in my hand." They're like, "No, I felt it. You put it in." I'm like, "No." So that gave me a huge kind of insight into that. When I put the intention of healing, it was happening even without the needles. It was already just happening.
Nice, nice. Have you ever made anything really unusual with the print? Like, for example, a wedding dress?
No, I have not. Oh my, that's a great idea. Maybe when I get married, I'll. No, I never thought of that, but that is so beautiful. I'm sure people have. I'm sure people have, because when I do quilt shows, a lot of women do put them in jackets, and they do a lot of intricate stuff with the molas. And I get asked to buy, like, if I have molas for them to buy. So usually quilters, because they also do that same technique, reverse applique, they understand the work and the magic that goes into this.
Oh, this is a great question. How long will the promo code last?
I'm gonna have it. What do you think? I don't know.
Let's make it, because people watch replays. I don't know, you want to go at least until my birthday, March 22nd?
Absolutely. Let's do that.
Yeah, it's about a month.
You're the 22nd too. I'm April 22nd. We were born on the same day.
Okay, but you're technically Taurus, right?
I am. I'm a
Okay,
Taurus.
because 22, I'm sure you know, is a master number.
It is. It is.
Yeah, in
And when you
numerology.
add my whole birthday, it's at number 11, master 11. So it's also, I have the 11 and the 22.
Wow, what do you have in mind? I'm so bad at math. I can't even talk.
Have to
That's
figure it out.
incredible. Well, good. I'll write down your birthday. Well, it's not a birthday present, but you may not know this. Every guest on Chef AJ Live, the first time they're on, if they live in the United States, gets 2 free bottles of my favorite vinegar from California, Balsamic.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. That is
You're
so
so
beautiful.
welcome.
Oh
So
my
what
goodness.
kind of stuff do you eat? Are you, because I find that a lot of times when people are creative in one area, they're often creative in another area. So I'm thinking maybe you're a fabulous cook.
I do love to cook. I love to make all kinds of stuff. I mean, I like raw a lot, but for my kids, I do make vegan. I make them vegan things, and they're vegetarian, but they're not so much into the vegan cheeses and stuff like that. But I do love to make like vegan lasagnas. Tortillas are so good. I've been using the Just Eggs. I don't know if you've used those yet, but
I haven't.
they're so good because they really have the consistency of eggs, and you can make amazing tortillas. So I love making tortillas, and I add mushrooms and peppers and potatoes. So those are one of my favorite things to do is the tortillas. But I do love cooking. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do you make your own tortillas? I've only done it once.
No, this is the tortilla, but I mean this is like a Spanish tortilla. I don't know if you've ever had it, which is almost like a quiche, but vegan. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
like they call it tortilla, but it's not the Mexican tortillas.
It's
It's
not the
like a
Mexican
quiche.
tortilla.
Yes,
Okay,
it's like a
nice.
Spanish tortilla. It's so yummy. Yes.
Nice. Well, we have a very acclaimed raw chef watching named Raw Chef Yin. She loves that you love raw food. And TS says, can the material be bought by itself, not as a product, so it can be a wall hanging?
Right. I don't have any on my website right now. I mean, I do have them, but I don't have any on my website. If you're interested, just email me and I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
A lot of the ones I have though are my favorites. Like these are my favorites, and so I don't really want to sell them, but we can probably work something out.
Nice. Okay. Oh, here's a great question from Lori. She said, what inspired you to create these products? And was it hard to find the vegan parts of the product to make them?
What inspired me, obviously, being at that time I was vegetarian, I wasn't vegan, and because it's really hard to find things that are not, with leather, and especially from my country, they use leather a lot. And so when I first had a pair that wasn't vegan, that it was from Colombia, everyone would stop me everywhere. And I knew I was onto something. I was like, I cannot believe, I mean, everywhere I went, I would just get stopped and asked, where did you get those shoes? And I was like, okay, I got to do this. I'm going to do this. So it took me from 2004 to 2008 to create the business. In those 4 years, I worked on, meeting the Kuna Indians, finding the artisans in Colombia that would work with me, and finding a really good group that we could, collaborate. So that inspired me, not only the beauty of the textiles, but also knowing that I would be helping women. I'm a mother too, and for me, it's really important that we help each other and that women are able to feed their children. So when I went to the San Blas Islands and talked to the Kuna Indians and told them what I wanted to do with them and show them shoes and bags and things, they were like, "This is amazing. We love it." And women are happy just to be able to feed their children, and for me to also to have this business and have abundance that way.
That is so cool. Where were you born?
When?
Where?
Oh, in Colombia. I was
In
born in
Colombia.
Colombia.
So that's how you really knew about this.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that is very cool. Here's a question from and Lori says, do they come in half sizes?
No, they're only full size. So just go up size because it would only be half a size. So it's not that big of a deal. Like if you're 8.5, go for 9, but it still will fit pretty good.
Okay, and here's I'm not sure what this means from New Life. They're beautiful. It's difficult to see the patterns on the website. Is the discount code on top of the reduced price on the website?
Anything that is already on sale, yes. If you have, I believe it will come out as an extra 20%.
Great, thank you. And Pat says, are the shoes pre-shrunk?
The textiles have been washed, so they're not going to shrink. Yeah.
They're not going to shrink. And Gina says, do these products also help the people who make them? I would think
Of
yes.
course. Of course. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Well, this is just so fun. So you're about 2 hours away. Do you have like a little warehouse, or you keep everything at your house?
I have a warehouse. I do have to have yes. no, it doesn't fit.
That would be so fun to go like in person and just see them and try them on, because I just
Yes.
keep getting the boots, but it's interesting that the Mary Janes are the most popular.
I know, it's crazy how many women really love. I mean, I think they're super comfortable. It's not my favorite style. My favorite style is actually these. I wear these all the time. I have them in every color, and these are just because. And I usually never tie them. I put them on. I leave them open and just tie the corners so that they're always easy on and off. And this is like my favorite style.
That's
The
very
Skywalkers.
cool. Very cool. I like the name as well.
And then these ones are the infinity boot, which are the same as that you have, the same style. But these are amazing too, and easy on and off. You just zipper up on and off, and it's so super
I love
comfortable.
that you're putting a thicker sole on it now. That's great.
Yeah, these are great. I love these. These are great for hiking. And just know that if you go hiking with them and they get dirty, there's not a problem. You just wash them with soap and water and air dry, and the colors will pop right back up. And they're not gonna get, unless you leave them in the sun for days, they're not gonna get. I mean, I can't believe how beautiful yours are. They look very bright still.
Well,
Bring
I really, and like I said, they're probably close to 10 years old. I mean, I don't wear them every day, but I wear them quite a bit. And I always wear them when I speak professionally. I wear them on the cruise. I always wear them in Mexico, and people love them there because, in Mexico, everything looks bright and
Yes.
beautiful like this. So, and people always ask where they're from.
And
Yeah.
I do mail all over the world. So if for some reason someone is watching that is not in the US, don't worry, I will mail them to you.
Thanks. Lori says, are they minimalist based shoes and boots? Not sure what that means.
I'm not sure what that means.
Okay, so Lori, clarify the question. And people are saying they love the painting behind you. And
Thank you.
Did
I
you
love this painting. No, I did not make it, but it was it's a kind of a crazy story. I had a dream one night and I kept hearing Mayan, 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 and I woke up and I kept hearing Mayan, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna go on Craigslist because this is driving me crazy. Like I just kept hearing it, and I typed Mayan, and this painting came up, and this was like 10 years ago. And I went into the painting, and I was like, "What? This is amazing!" I called the owner. He told me it had been gifted to him, but he's a painting professor, and his student had gifted it to him, and he didn't have room in his house for it, and he just wanted like $80. He's like, "Just give me $80," and I was like, "No way!" So I drove immediately to San Jose, and this is my beautiful.
Yeah, green and purple are my two favorite colors.
A turquoise purple, beautiful. I don't know if you can tell, but it's sort of a ceremony, a shaman ceremony, and it's super magical.
That is so cool. When you lived in San Francisco, did you ever eat at Millennium Restaurant?
Yes, I love Millennium. And I actually took a class with Eric Tucker. I took a class with him because he's so amazing.
Yeah, I did too. He's amazing. Yes, yeah, he's been on the show, but it's been a long time. Yeah, I really like him. He's very
gosh,
talented.
I love everything there. It's so good.
Oh, that's so great. Yeah, it's just such a great place to live. Well, guys, do you have any more questions for Natalia? Check out the website. It's just beautiful stuff. Lots of toe room. I have Taylor's Bunion. Well, I believe they have lots of toe room, but as Natalia said, if you're on the edge, you always go up a size,
Yes.
And if it
also
yeah,
and because their cotton is gonna give. So a lot of people that have bunions, they always ask me, like, at first maybe it's a little bit tight, but this is gonna give. So the size will give. The length is not gonna change, but the here going up and down and in the sides is definitely gonna give. So I do actually have a lot of people that have feet problems or toe problems and things like that. And these actually conform to your feet and become like socks, It's really, really comfortable.
nice. Yeah. And like Natalia said, if they don't fit, you can exchange them for another size. But if you see something you like, grab it because it'll never happen again. Everything's one of a kind because the fabric is one of a kind.
Absolutely.
Lots of I don't understand this, Luann, SOAVE, lots of the Sova. I love the pump kitten heels, says Kelly.
Yes, they're so cute.
Yeah. You also have shirts and belts too, and pants.
I do. I don't have any here with me right now, but I do have shirts, and they have the molas in them. So if someone was interested in having just the molas, our shirts have them, and they're in the website.
Yeah. Gina says, what a wonderful guest. You're so tuned in with the world.
Oh, thank you so much.
Do your kids wear the product?
They do have the shoes. Yeah, they wear the boots. They love the hiking boots, the Journeys.
Yeah. Well, I bet they're good salespeople for you at school.
I know. They're so cute, and you can see them in my website. Not in the website, but actually in the social media. I have lots of pictures of them wearing them.
Oh, that's so cute. And what's the smallest size you make in everything and the largest?
I have size 4 is the smallest, and the largest is a 44, which is about a 12 men.
Wow. Good to know. Good to know. Minimalist shoes are very flexible, larger toe boxes, and no arch support.
Oh, okay. Yes. So depending on what style you they have different arch supports. For example, like the ones you have lesser of support. These ones have more. So it just depends. Like if you go on the website and you see that they have this arch, obviously this has more arch support. But I have other ones that are flatter. That, for example, these are like no arch support. These are flat soles, and they're flat inside. So yeah, it depends on which ones. Also, I have some that are called Clouds Rest, which are very, very, very flexible, and they're very minimal, super, super thin. Also, they don't have an actual toe box on top, so they're very roomy for different types of feet.
Wow, very cool stuff. Well, I hope I get to meet you someday. Do you ever get to the Sacramento area, or are all your shows always?
Sometimes no, I haven't done a show there, but if for some reason I visit, I'll definitely
Yeah, I
give
mean,
you
because
a.
we have a lot of festivals here. Like I've seen, just in the short time I've lived here, which is like less than a year, I've seen lots of arts and crafts festivals,
Yeah.
harvest festivals, those kind of
Yes.
things.
Yes, it's super fun. I'll see if I do come there, even if I'm not in a festival, we'll definitely get together and
Oh yeah, and
play.
we can do a live and show off all our shoes.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
this was so much fun. Thank you so much. And thank you for offering the discount, guys. It'll be available for a little bit over a month. So if you're thinking of getting it, get it now, because if you like something, they'll be gone and they can never have it again, because every piece of fabric is hand stitched and it's unique, one of a kind, just like you guys.
That's right. That's right. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you
It's been
so
such
much.
a pleasure.
Oh,
Lots
same
of love
here.
to all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love and light.
Thank you. Same to you. And thanks all of you for watching another episode of Chef AJ Live. Please come back tomorrow. We're starting later this week because of the summit at 2 p.m. And my guests are Nick and Thomas for Vinegar and Spice and Everything Nice. Take care, everyone. And check out this website. I mean, these would be great earrings. Look at this. I could just like wear them just like this. Okay.